Hey guys, welcome to my channel Life with Kimzy. So come and cook afang soup with me today. So this soup originates from Akwa Ibom, right, from the southern part of Nigeria, but I think it's also part of the Igbo cuisine, so you know what I'm saying. So guys, okay, it is definitely one of the healthiest soup that you can have, because considering the amount of vegetable that is in this soup, and it is strictly a vegetable soup, definitely with a little bit of protein. So I went to the market and I bought some goat meat and some cow meat, right? So the protein I'm using for my soup is goat meat, cow meat, and I'm gonna start boiling this first before I go in with my Ponmo and dried fish and my fresh fish later, right? So now I've started cooking it and I've already put my meat, onions, seasoning, and this is like beef seasoning and pepper, right? Now I'm gonna cover it and let that simmer for a while, right? So now it's boiling, and after it's boiling, now this is all the ingredients that I'm using for it. So that's your chicken, Ponmo, Afang Leaf, smoked fish, and a whole lot, right? I'm gonna list all the ingredients on the comment section and also on the description box. So if you want to know everything that I used here, I'm gonna just be on the lookout, and then please make sure that you comment also and let me know if you're gonna be trying it as well. So after my meat has boiled for some time, and I'm now putting my diced Ponmo. So the reason why I put diced Ponmo after the meat is because if it's already diced, it doesn't take much longer to cook, right? So now I'm putting my stock fish, and I'm just gonna let everything and just put a little bit of onions again. Well, the onions is optional. You can totally put onions only first time and you're okay with that, right? So now it's been boiling for like about 30 minutes now, right? All my beef is now is kind of soft, and my goat meat is also soft. So now I have to boil this fish now, and I'm gonna remove it before I cook so that it will not scatter. But this is the part where you now boil your fish so that you don't change the taste of your food later on, right? So it's always best to boil your fish while your meat is also boiling, so that all the blood can go away and everything, and then you just also, you know what I'm saying. So now I'm gonna let that cover, and then I'm gonna remove my fish. Now my fish is already done, you can already see before it starts scattering, right? So now this is about it, guys. And with one thing about afang soup, I feel like it's really one soup that takes a lot of oil, and it takes a lot of seasoning too, because if you really need the taste to come out, you definitely have to consider those two. Then now I have put my green leaf. This is water leaf, right? So afang soup, there's only two leaves that you need to use for it. It's your water leaf and the afang leaf, right? So now I'm gonna start it with my water leaf. This is what you start with first before you put your afang leaf. You start with your water leaf, you just put it first and then let it just boil a bit before it's completely done. Then you will now put the next thing, right? So I'm gonna go in with my oil again. I've already put oil when the meat was boiling, but I have to keep putting oil gradually, and eventually make sure that all my oil is enough for the soup, right? So I've already also put my seasoning, as you remember. Now my water leaf is a bit done. I am now going in with my afang leaf, right? So this is where the trick is, and this is actually how you have to do it if you need it to really come out tasting very nice, and if you want to preserve the taste of afang leaf. Because if you put everything same time, if you put water leaf same time and put afang leaf same time, and then you leave it to cook for a very long time, the taste is gonna go away, especially of the afang leaf, right? So I'm just gonna leave it to boil for a while, and then until it's done, then I'll now put my oil again. I'm just putting my oil again because, like I said earlier, this is one soup that takes a lot of oil. Right now I am putting my stock fish as well. Remember, I said I will list all the ingredients on my description box, and I also list them on my comment section. So make sure that if you want to try it, and then you just need to get all these ingredients together, right? So now, while all this is cooking, make sure that if you have any meat that that can quickly scatter, make sure that you put it last, right? So now, since I've started putting my smoked fish, now definitely I am gonna also put my fresh fish almost just about now, right? So this is what it looks like now. You definitely have to taste and know that, okay, is it tasting well, or do you need to put more, or or is it salt or anything? So guys, this is like already looking so good, as you can see. and I am trying to preserve that greenery, you know, so it still has to look very green, you know, if you want to really get the nutrients and the taste of afang leaf. And now I've already put my fish. Now this is the last fish that I'm putting before I put my periwinkle and my crayfish. Okay, so this is just about it, guys. Nothing more, nothing much, nothing less. And it's really not complicated. Like I always say, Nigerian soup mainly is they are just all about boiling, boil, boil. But you just need to know what to boil at what time. You know, you need to boil the right things at the right time. So now I've put in my crayfish, and now I'm putting my periwinkle. This is the last thing that I'm gonna put now, and voila, your food is ready, you know. So like I said, if you are really watching your weight, this is not really the most ideal soup to have, because if you don't put as much oil, it will not really come out tasting well. So it's a tricky one, right? But you know what, it's very nice and it's a good treat once in a while, you know. I mean, because of the oil, of course. But anyway, guys, please make sure that you try this recipe, and make sure that you follow me, right? Because listen to me, I am a South African babe that cooks South African food. You know, I cook your intercontinental dishes, your continental dishes, everything. Nigeria, South Africa, British, American, I cook it all, right? So now, guys, come and let us make our pounded yam that we are pairing with this afang soup. So definitely you have to let your water boil first before you put in a little bit of groundnut oil. The reason why I put a little bit of groundnut oil, or cooking oil rather, is because you have to do it so that you make sure that it does not stick. Your poundo, you will not stick on the pot, right? So now you just make sure that your water is boiling, and then you gradually put in the poundo, right? And then you keep stirring it gradually, and make sure that you stir it very fast to avoid some lumps, right? So normally I like to gauge my powder, my flour, and then I stir everything once, because I just feel like putting it gradually, and then pouring water and putting it just takes a lot of time. So I feel like I've already mastered how to just, you know, gauge everything almost once, and then it's even better that way. If you put much, now you can just keep adding water to soften it a bit, right? So this is just about it. You just keep stirring it, and then make sure that if you feel like it's hot or it's too hard, for example, this is not a bit strong, right? And I'm gonna pour in a bit of water, and this is what it looks like now. And I'm just gonna keep stirring it, and, you know, mixing it and making sure that there's no lumps or there's no uncooked powder is still inside, right? So definitely I will still leave it, and I'll still cover it and leave the water to just really penetrate the poundo well, and make sure that it's done inside and outside, right, and all round. So now I'm gonna cover this now, and I'm gonna add a little bit of water and cover it. Now this is like after like 5 minutes or so, the water has already cooked, in the poundo is already cooked, as you can see, and the water has really like gone down a bit. So now I'm just gonna stir it for the last time before I take my poundo down, and until it's mixed properly. Guys, poundo is like one of the yummiest, and I really like, definitely my number one Nigerian swallow, and it goes very well with almost everything, all the soups here, right? So please remember, I said give me that subscribe button, and let us all learn how to cook for our husbands, our families, our everything. So you know what I'm saying. So if you are an international babe and you're dating a Nigerian, you're really welcome to my channel, because you know what, I'm also South African, but I cook Nigerian meals like a pro, because I've been married in Nigeria and I live in Nigeria. So I am here to teach you all and put you guys through, and because you can definitely do it, because I also learned from scratch, and here I am today. I am teaching more people, right? But I was also taught at some point 5 years ago. I had no idea how to do this, how to do any of Nigerian meals. But right now, girl, there's nothing I can't cook in this Nigeria or more. See what the outcome of this soup looks like. This is like so yummy, and now we are ready to serve, and we've already served it. And now please make sure that you follow me. Please subscribe to my channel, right? And comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think you'll be giving this a try, or you will be sending it to your friends. Please send it to your friends. Share my channel with your people, and thanks for watching. Bye for now. It's